In this meditation, we will be exploring and focusing, and perhaps for the first time, greeting our inner child. From my own personal experience, it is the work that I have done with my own inner child that has really helped to give me choice, awareness, and a conscious appreciation of the present. This is especially true within the realms of conflict resolution. Triggering, as it is sometimes known, is when we revert to old patterns of behaviour, usually surrounded and reinforced by previous early childhood trauma. The needs, perhaps unmet needs, of our inner child are often what inspire us to react so strongly, yet so unconsciously at the same time. If you imagine an argument that you've had, or a grievance that you've had with somebody, and how you reacted, and how that surge of emotional response seemed almost uncontrollable, how can we change this? How can we bring ourselves back to a conscious point where we are choosing how we react? Where we are gifting ourselves that split second just to stand back, appreciate, notice, and reflect upon how we feel. This can be a very difficult thing to do. There is sometimes a lot of sadness held within our body, held within the memories of traumas of old. Through visualization, our imaginations, and through trusting ourselves, we can reconnect to our inner child, to reclaim, reintegrate, and reimagine our past, present, and future. Struggles around our relationships to our inner child show themselves no more strongly than in our intimate relationships, the partners we choose, and the old emotional traumas that we are choosing to heal through that relationship. Believe me when I say these processes, these dramas, happen regardless of our conscious alignment with them. But when we do choose to bring our conscious alignment to them, we can suddenly experience the gift of what truly is our healing journey, and how we assimilate and manifest the world and reality around us in order for us to heal, in order for us to integrate, and in order for us to move on and grow into love. So if you'd like to join me on this journey, shifting your weight where you sit or where you lay, just so that you're nice and comfortable. Bringing your awareness within the shell of your body, we begin with the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Now have no fear And I expect some strong emotions will be felt in this session. But if your mind wanders, or you feel the fraying tentacles of fear and distraction, just bring your mind gently back to only focus on the breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Feeling nice and calm, nice and centered, present, noticing the weight of your body against the floor, on your feet or on your back if you're lying down, and just having a real profound sensation that you're being held in this space and protected, so that all that might come up can bathe in the light of love. So here we are, at the beginning of this journey, holding the intent that we might be brave enough to show love for what may ever arise within us. You find yourself walking on a light, sunny and warm day through the park. You look out to the horizon and you see the rays of sunshine beaming through the clouds. You feel the warm breeze upon your face and rush past your body. And the scent of the flowers and the trees in bloom hits you, and each step forward feels as light as the last. You've nowhere to be, and you've nowhere to go, and that unmistakable feeling of calm and purpose fills and flows and radiates through your body as you're just following your flow, walking for the sake of walking and seeing for the sake of seeing. You start to climb a little as the path goes up the hill. Atop the hill you can see a bench, and you're drawn here, contemplating the view that you might be able to see from the top. With each step up the hill and closer to the bench, you're welcome to view and see more of the horizon as it rolls and rolls out across the plain. As you come to the bench, you put your hand on its arm and you notice the deep, earthy grains of the dark-stained wood and its strong, sturdy construction as you sit down on it, looking out across the land. You notice a figure now, walking up the path that is opposite the one that you walked up. You can't make it out at first, but you notice that it is the silhouette and the outline of a child coming forward. As they step forward closer, you recognize this child. It's you. And just be aware and notice the age of the child, the age of you that has chosen to come to talk to you on this bench today. As they step ever clearer and ever closer, you begin to make out their face, and your eyes meet, and instantly you recognize them and you for who you are. They draw closer, perhaps a little nervous, but you welcome them with a smile and encourage them to sit next to you down on the bench. You're sat there together, and you can feel the sun shining on both of your heads. And for a moment in silence, you just look out upon the horizon for yourselves. And just for a wee while now, just want you to notice what it's like to be sat next to your inner child. Any emotions that come up, just noticing them. Like a deep, meaningful silence before the conversation of two dear friends who haven't seen each other for an age. Noticing your emotions, whether they be sad or happy, powerful or subtle. Just being aware. Just noticing. You're being welcomed, and you become aware that you know what this child wants to hear from you. You know that you now have the perspective and the love for yourself to offer the support and words that your inner child most desperately needs. Just for a couple of minutes now, without really using words if you don't want to. Just offering those messages and speaking your truth to this child within you. with a smile, your child sat next to you affirms to you that you were heard. And like all good relationships, communication here is key. We want to be able to speak our truth and know and have the confirmation that it was heard as we intended. Something surprising happens now as you see and understand that your child has a message for you. That from their perspective of unfiltered joy and innocence, the inner child within you would like to communicate and remind you of who you truly are, of what you need to hear at this moment. And all you can do now is be open and receptive to that message. Try not to control it. Try not even to understand. But just let their words fall as if they were your own words of encouragement to yourself, which of course they truly are. I welcome you to put in your utmost intent to allow your inner child to be heard on this bench by yourself, using your breath as a guide in and out. We're going to take a deeper moment of silence now, so that you may listen and hear the voice, needs, and wisdom of your own inner child. So having noticed and heard the voice that is beside you and within you, you both sit up tall and really begin to look into each other. Your eyes meet, and reflected for one in each other is all the sadness and all the joy in one moment, all of the potential, all of the regret, all of the love and the loneliness, and an amazing feeling of coming home strikes you and resonates as you realize this voice as your own from within, that it has always been there, always guiding you. And perhaps the reason that you not listen to it sometimes is because that love is so bright that to accept it fully really would be such a powerful thing. Still with the sun shining on you, and both looking out to the beautiful view that you share, the horizon, the shared dream of your happy future, where all of your needs are met, where you feel safe, protected, cuddled and strong, and just breathing together, knowing that you're in partnership with yourself, and that unbridled joy and innocence of childhood is available to you both, always. Just breathing in and breathing out, feeling that connection between you and your inner child, and the joy and love and forgiveness and strength that that brings. The sun is a little lower in the sky now, and you are both aware that the time has come where you must part and go along your separate paths for a moment. But you also know that this bench exists, or anywhere exists, in any moment, that whenever you set your intent, you will be held in connection and communion with that little child within you. You turn to each other and nod, and you see the true light, brilliance and love of one another, because you both see it within inside yourselves. Now I welcome you, if it's comfortable, to reach forward, to put your arms around yourself, your child, and embrace in a hug. Feeling that connection on your chest where both of your hearts meet, and just to hold each other and be held by yourself. Letting go of control and letting that emotion flood in, and that gratitude for you, yourself, your childhood, and all the love that exists and will exist and has existed. You stand up now, and so does your inner child. One last smile and a deep look into those beautiful round eyes. You nod, they nod, and you both begin to walk down your paths. Down the hill from the bench atop of the hill you walk, feeling each step, noticing that it is lighter than the steps you took to walk up the hill. You become aware of that breeze and the smell of the blossom again. And you're walking and walking and slowly drifting back into the presence of your body where you're meditating. Feeling that pressure again beneath your feet or on your bum or your back. noticing the support that that's giving you. Coming back to the grounded feeling of being in your body. If you wish, you can just stay here for a moment as the music plays out. And just try and assimilate and absorb some of the things that you've experienced. And really let that love just soak in. Any emotions that came up were right to come up. There is no wrong in this journey, and you can revisit it at any time. This meditation serves as a gateway. You've taken this time to actively meditate and contemplate, and that is set up to reinforce that connection, that intention to be aware of your needs and firmly within the choice of what is best for you within every moment of your waking life. Simply by remembering this, these feelings, these pathways in the brain that we have created, will bring you back to choice and away from simply reacting. You are your own road to healing, always. And my inner child would like to remind us all of just how powerful and beautiful we all truly are. Thank you so much for joining me, and as always, I look forward to seeing you again.